show you how to make mayonnaise in a food processor. So the first thing I do is put my pastured egg in the top bowl of my food processor, and the trick to this is you want to add your oil very slowly. Now you have a choice of oils you can use, but if you want something that's not going to be too strong of a flavor, avocado oil is pretty neutral. So that's what I'm using here today, is 1 cup of olive oil, and I have my 1 pastured egg. You also want to add in some lemon juice. So I'm going to squeeze in the juice of half a lemon here. You want about maybe a tablespoon of lemon juice or so. Okay. Then, once I start this blending, what I did was I made a hole in the bottom of a paper cup. And I made a hole in the bottom of a paper cup here. And this is how I'm going to put my oil in slowly. So that way I don't have to try to pour it in slowly. I'm just going to stick my cup in the top here. And can you see that? I'm going to stick my cup right in the top of the food processor, and let's turn this on and get it started. So I'm going to pour this into my cup, and because there's a hole in the bottom, it is just trickling out really nice and slow. Maybe you can zoom in there so you can see that trickling down there. If you look down here, you can see it's just streaming in really, really slowly. And if you don't have a way of doing this with a cup, you just need to pour it in about that speed so it's just trickling in nice and slow. And it will start to thicken up as more of the oil is added into the egg. But that's really the only thing you have to do, is just make sure that's getting added in nice and slowly. Okay, so here's the finished mayonnaise, and after you put this in the fridge, it will be even a little bit, it'll thicken up a little bit. But now, this isn't going to really have much taste like this, so you want to add in some spices to your liking. This is totally up to you what you add in. I use a dry mustard, or you can just put regular mustard right in here. You could use yellow mustard, a little Dijon mustard. I put a little sea salt. I'm just going to put some of that in here too. And from there, it's totally up to you how much you want to spice it up. I mean, you can use a little bit of onion powder, garlic powder. Some people like to put in cumin or chipotle, all kinds of different flavors in this. But just remember, if you just keep it a very mild flavor, then when you use this in your recipes for different types of salad dressings or other things, then you'll be adding in a lot of other seasonings as well. So give this a try. It only takes a couple minutes. You do want to store this in the fridge and use it up in about a week or so. When I put my jar on top of my mayonnaise, or my lid on top, I just write on here the date that I made it. So that way when it's in the fridge, I know how long it's been in there, so I know if I've used it up in a week or two or not. Just a little tip.